Hello, hey everybody. I'm hardly ever on here live, but I wanted to come on and do a live for those that have lost parents or parents, and see what messages divine and spirit and ancestors have to help with that. So that's why I'm live. I know it may just end up being me, but I'll post a live anyway. So messages, messages for those that have lost parents and people that have been instrumental in their life. Oh my goodness. Let me try to get it. Okay. Like at least it's just me right now. Okay. So let me put that in. So I don't feel like that's what what was trying to come out. But divine Holy Spirit, I thank you that you would give messages for the collective of people that have lost parents or a parent or grieving and need a little extra message to help them along the way. We'll take that one. All right. We got a Knight of Pentacles. Let me put it up there. Knight of Pentacles. So this is that not fully grounded, but you know, this is pretty much money, um, money when you look at it. So earth connection, being connected to earth. Um, so, you know, looking at grounding the finances, things like that. Divine, any other messages for those that are grieving the loss of their parent, or any mentor, and just wanna give an extra special message, something to help them during this process as they move forward. Any clarity for the Knight of Pentacles, Divine Holy Spirit? One card at a time. I can't take all of those. One at a time. One at a time. Any other messages? Divine Holy Spirit, any other messages? Divine Holy Spirit, any... Okay. Still don't give me all of these. Okay. So I'm going to take them because they keep wanting to come. So with the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Hanged One. So kind of that self-imposed, you know, when you're hanging, it's like surrendering, you know what I'm saying? Surrendering to the letting go, um, which can feel, it can feel, it's difficult, right? You got to find a new perspective, a new way, letting go of all of that. But at the same time, with this Knight of Pentacles, is to me is like, of course, it's grounding, it's money, it's finances, is you're looking at your stability and things like that. And maybe you feel like you weren't quite ready, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm almost ready, but I wasn't quite ready for this to happen, and now I have to surrender, you know, and I'm sacrificing things, and I've got to let go of what was, you know, I've got to let go of what was, and now I have to go forward with what is. So having a new, like a new lease on life, a new perspective, a new way of doing things, and it's kind of like it's a it's a stopping point, kind of a stop point, because in order to change the perspective, you've got to look at the situation for what it is. Like, okay, what can I actually provide? What can I actually do? What am I actually doing with my finances? What am I doing with my life? Is this what I need to be doing with my life, being that things have changed and shifted so much? So being in that hang position is really like figuring out, um, to me, it's like you got to surrender. You got to let go of what was, you know, and there's a piece that maybe you're sacrificing, or you got to sacrifice something too in this, which is like letting something go to take on this new perspective, or this new role, or this new way of living, you know, because it is a change, a big change, especially when we're talking about losing parents, or a parent, or, you know, a mentor, a big portion of your life that has been there to kind of guide you. Now you don't have that anymore, but you are really being pushed head first into leading, guiding others. So, whatever the case, this is a new situation, um, for you, but being able to pretty much surrender. And I just looked at that that's on the bottom, but the cards that came out, I'm gonna go ahead and read them together because they wanted to come out so many times, and so that's what we're doing. The next is the Ten of Cups. So looking at, you know, having this full emotional experience, like all the things, um, emotional harmony, happiness, you'll have that. Most definitely, you'll have that. But it's like you gotta it's something sacrificed in this. You know, even if you were this Knight of Pentacles when all this happened, where you don't feel like you maybe have quite, like you're not there yet to that point, but the fact of the matter is, you really just have had to it's something that probably will be sacrificed. There's a different way of being for you, but realizing that, yes, something is going to be sacrificed, um, being able to surrender to that, and let go of the thing that you're going to have to sacrifice, to move forward. So, like, there is a forward movement in this, and it's going to take that, because what you have after, you know, you come to this new perspective, you will feel emotionally complete, emotional harmony, happiness, and fulfillment. um, and I feel like this is just an add-on to the other message that I've already done today, but it's feeling like an add-on, which is really good. So the next that came up, and I was like, I'm not taking all of these, but I gotta take them because they wanted to come out. This was the second or third time this, you know, wanted to come out, so going ahead and doing it. Let's see. So let's look at the next thing after this Ten of Cups. What's next to the Ten of Cups is the Two of Cups. So looking at the Two of Cups is, of course, we look at that as, you know, partnership, right? It's partnership, plans. So um, with this being this emotional fulfillment, if you do, you know, that could be the plan, is finding new love, or finding that duality within self, or reconnecting to spirit, reconnecting to your ancestors, reconnecting with, you know, all of the things that you've learned over this time frame, but definitely can signify love coming in. And with this Ten of Cups, then this Two of Cups coming out, is like emotional fulfillment. Once you realize, like, there's things that I'm gonna have to let go, you know, and maybe I wasn't ready, but once I'm surrendering to it, now I'm open in a way where I already see that I have this harmony, and I can have this emotional fulfillment and harmony. Then love comes in right there with it. um, and with that being side by side, it's like what comes in is like, this is a mindset. With the hang one being there, this was a new perspective. This new perspective, for even though you weren't ready and you felt like you were at the night when it comes to your grounding and staying grounded, but this new perspective came in, and this change of mind gave you this mindset that I can have full emotional fulfillment. Yes, I can have that. I can have it right now today. um that Two of Cups comes right on in too. So um if this is for people that maybe are single, but then those that are coupled up too, It may be a new spark in your relationship or marriage if you're married. It can look and signify definitely a new relationship. After that, the judgment. So with that two of cups, you got the judgment. So yeah, it's like whatever has been sacrificed, it's like this is the something that you deserve. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's yours. You know what I'm saying? It's like a being rebirthed into something else. Like evaluation of everything, a culmination. Like this is a new, like whatever sacrifice, now this is a rebirth. Like it's a judgment of what you have gone through, you know. And if you can continue to keep that mindset just shifted and stay shifted forward like that, it's like you literally, this is going to be a rebirth in your life, you know what I'm saying? And it seems to be emotionally stable, um like everything that you need on the emotional level, because when you lose someone, it's really the spiritual and the emotional side that really gets a lot of it tags you, you know. And the judgment is also looking back as like evaluating, like I have surrendered and sacrificed, I've had to let go, I've had to have a whole change in perspective. Now I'm looking back and I'm evaluating, I'm awakening to the point that I, I've rebirthed. I've awakened. You know, I've had enough reflection and understanding, and this judgment that's coming down is like, yeah, it's like it was meant to be. It's the, you know, like it was time. It was meant to happen. It's like the gavel, you know. Um, this is it's set in stone. You know what I'm saying? Like you can look back, but at the same time as you looking back, it's like, wow, I am to a new mindset. Even though I have lost these people, the people that have been instrumental in my life that I love, and I just didn't think I could make it. I wasn't ready. You are already doing it. And the judgment is you sat in that hang position. You figured it out. It's like you took on a new perspective. You went through the things that you needed to go through emotionally, mentally. And you were not quite ready, but it didn't matter. You still did it. And that's the judgment. After that, we got the Queen of Wands. So this is a feminine energy. She's charismatic, she's passionate, you know what I'm saying? She looks good, she looks well. Now, you know, whatever that signifies for you, we all have both energies within us, but this person is got this spark, right? This spark that's in them, and it's visible. um this was in the reverse, and I was trying to flip it because I really don't hardly ever read reversals. It's because I'm really taking my time with it, and for me, I'm long-winded, so it feels like if I take reversals that it makes me have to dig even further. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start today. I can't tell nobody to do this, do that. I'm gonna start today by doing the way that I see it. When it's flipped up, it's in the upright or reverse. I'm gonna read it the way that it comes out because I don't want to lose the message. Even though for me it's more difficult and it's more time consuming for the way that my mind works, I'm gonna do it today. We have the Eight of Swords in the reverse. So looking at that, Eight of Swords in the reverse. So no longer restricted. No longer restricted and in your head and putting the limits to what you can do. Whether people have left, whether they're here, you are no longer letting these restrictions keep you from moving forward. Now, you might have had restrictions before these people left, and even during the time when they did, you felt restricted. You felt like, I got these limits set on me because I don't have anybody in my life. to help me. But those were self-imposed restrictions. And when you did that deep dive with the hang one, that surrendering, you sacrificed this. Just look, I'm looking back at the card because this is what you sacrifice. You sacrifice this restrictions on yourself, this mental game that you can't be, you can't do, you can't have what it is that you are here and meant to do. You can have it. Something was sacrificed, yeah. You weren't quite ready when you lost these people, this person, whoever that was a parental figure for you, that helped with your upbringing, that helped you grow and helped you feel stable. You weren't ready when it happened. But that's why divine came with the hang one. That was like putting you in a upside down state for a while so that you could surrender, you could figure out what's got to be let go of, what do I need to do, what new perspective do I need. And once you were able to get that new perspective, you had the 10 of cups emotionally. Because to me, to get to 10 of cups, and this is before having a relationship, after all of this goes on, means you found your purpose and you were said, you know what, I'm okay. If I have a partner or don't have a partner, I'm okay. If I have a big community or not, I'm okay. I'm emotionally fulfilled and I can help and do no matter what. So whatever restrictions that you had placed on yourself when you lost these people, it's removed. It's in the reverse. So there are no restrictions or limitations on you at this time. Bottom of the deck is the Seven of Wands. Stand your ground in it. You are standing your ground in it. Didn't think you could stand your ground in it for some. That's what I want to say. For some, didn't think you could stand your ground in it. You didn't think that you would be able to stand your ground in life because you figured, I've lost all the people that have been a backbone for me. You didn't think I can stand my ground? Yes, you can. Once you with that 8 of Swords being reversed, once you got out of this restrictions, you went straight into, I'm gonna stand my ground. Yeah, I'm standing on it. And this is also bringing some feelings from the other reading that I did on TikTok. And the overall energy, I'm gonna pull it because I think I still got it sitting here, was the Mars card. And that was your physical energy, drive, strength, and fighting spirit. Don't that look like a fighter? That look like a fighter to me if I ever seen one. You standing your ground and they letting you know you got it right there with you. We right here. Don't you see us big and powerful right behind you? And here you are, holding, standing your ground. This is for those that have lost someone like that. Yeah, standing your ground. I'm going to take that and pick that up. Standing your ground. That's the overall energy. And I just wanted to see what was behind that. We got the Hierophant. So looking at ancient wisdom. Ancient wisdom. And this is also religion. But you're looking at, you got the wisdom to do it. It don't matter what happened. When it happened, you weren't ready. You didn't feel grounded enough. But your spiritual rank tells me, yes, you are. You are. You are. You're the Hierophant. And you got to stand your ground on that. You got to know. You got to know that you're able to do this. Yeah. That's who you are. You didn't know that that was going to happen, but you're able to do it. You have the wisdom and you got to stand your ground. You got to have that spirit of fighting you that says, yes, I can. I can, because I went through all of the process and I surrendered what I had to surrender. I took on the new mindset that I needed to have. I sat there in it. I let go of whatever I needed to let go of. I found the new perspective. That new perspective brought me to the 10 of Cups, full emotional harmony, not the wish, which is the 9, which is a good place to be. Excellent. It brought you to the 10, Meaning I'm emotionally fulfilled if I don't get nobody new to come into my life, period. I'm still emotionally fulfilled. And that emotional fulfillment came from being the Hierophant. You didn't know that you were already doing work even before this happened. But that's ancient wisdom. That's a person that it can see, to me, and stand in their ground. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna put this reading up and keep it. So, um, yeah. So let's move forward. Let's look at this. What is this? The star seed. This is a star seed. Divine, can you give a message for further clarify? Yeah, further clarify the message for those that have lost parents, mentors, guardians. I thank you that you will further clarify for those that have lost loved ones, mentors, guardians, and people that have been instrumental in their life. Holy Spirit divine, give us. All right. These two came out. I'm going to take them. Um, it says, I'm sorry. Defenselessness, righting past wrongs, and uprooting. So that feeling defense, list, feeling like everybody could come and take over, after this happened. That that's like you telling yourself, I'm sorry for even thinking that I couldn't maintain. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're not defenseless. You're not inequipped. In fact, the message is showing that you are very much so equipped. So, saying sorry to yourself, saying sorry for the fact of, whatever wrongs that you did in the past, you can say that you're sorry for it. You can tell yourself, like, hey, I know I'm not perfect. Um, and I might feel like I don't have enough to do what I'm doing, but that's being uprooted. It's being uprooted and removed. Those roots that had you stuck mentally saying, I can't do this. Yes, you can. And, having to really take all of it in and that perspective, that change, it's like you take it, you put it down in the ground, then you pull up the roots what don't need to be there, and you're realizing that, yeah, in any place that I have been wrong, because you took that time to reflect, it's telling you I can right those past wrongs. Yeah, you can. And I can keep moving forward, being better, doing better. You can. You've done it a lot. There's probably be more for you to do, but you can do it, and you're not stuck in your mindset. Your mind, you have a new perspective. It's already happened. What else that came out with that was surrender, which is the, as well as the hang one or the hang man, is that surrendering, right? Like you had to surrender. So this is saying not just surrendering to the new perspective. You've done that, and you know that you can continue to find a new perspective. You are the Hierophant. You actually do have ancient wisdom. With that wisdom, you had to get knowledge somewhere. With having knowledge already, you know that you will continue to get knowledge. You know that you will continue to go within and let go and have new perspective shifts. You are open to that. So surrender to the sweetness. So now you're surrendering to the sweetness, surrendering to that. This is Venus in energy, pleasure, joy, um, make love to life. And that with that 10 of cups is like you have that, whether nobody else comes in to be a support system for you, you already have it with the divine. You've got it with the divine already. So if any other people come, the main thing you'll need to do is to hone in on that ancient wisdom, that knowledge, that learning how to surrender, learning how to find a perspective changes, perspective shift if need be. That's there for you. Bottom of the deck is I remember. This is a soul plan. You already knew that this was going to happen. You knew because you're the Hierophant. You knew because you have this wisdom. You've been knowing. I remember. This is a soul plan. The fated life versus the destiny life. You already knew. This is a part of your destiny. This is a part of what you're supposed to do, what you came here to do, and you actually know that. You know that. You've been knowing that. But when it happened, it was shocking. And you wanted to, in the moment, you wanted to say, I can't handle this. But you've been able to handle it. It never was you being able to handle. You were able to. You had some self-limiting mindset that was on you. And now that's in the reverse. And even in this video for myself, because I lost my parents. I have my stepdad still alive. This was my mom's tattoo, so I made it into a necklace. Today is her birthday, so I decided to definitely hop on and do something for those that have lost parents and mentors and guardians and things like that and need that extra drive and that extra push. But it's there. The physical energy is there. The fighting spirit is there. Standing your ground in it. You are wise. You have put in the work. You have sat in that hangman position, surrendering and figuring out life. What do I have to let go of? You know, I'm not even grounded myself, but what else do I need to do? What do I need to look at? Where am I going? If you sit there doing that, then you already have the trope. You already have to take it up. Because a person that's next in line to do something like that would have to be a person willing to think, willing to be in a hang position and think. Everybody else around is like, I wish they hurry up. But the person that has the wisdom is the one that knows that they got to sit there and think. They got to actually sit there and evaluate, what am I doing? If I do this, what do I sacrifice? Every step we take, we sacrifice something. We surrender something. We have to let something go. And being that you're the Hierophant, the one with this, your leadership. And if you sit there, once you make the decision, everything else falls into place. You got to make sure that you let go of what you need to let go and sacrifice what needs to be sacrificed of, and that you move forward standing on it, fighting for what you walk forward in. All right, Divine Holy Spirit, what's the next message? Joy. Joy. Like a child, I discovered joy in the simplicity of life. Happiness lies in magical moments, not in the material. Even the smallest joy is a great source of light. Finding joy. Joy that you thought was lost and gone. No, it's not. It's right there. Here and now. The future does not exist. And the past is gone. I focus on the present moment. I have confidence in life again because here, now, there is no danger. Everything happens when my soul is ready. Isn't that a beautiful thing? For those that have lost someone and now you have to take on that trope, you are the leader. You got it. Your soul knows. It says, I remember my soul plan. I remember. And under that, just the fact that I pulled that up, I wasn't going to do that, but I had to lift it up. And underneath there is a double mission. This double mission, light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. Under that is big picture thinking, visionary, inspired ideas. That's going to not only help you, they're going to help other people. You got a dual mission, a double mission. And you're ready for both of them. Your soul remembers. This is a double confirmation of your soul remembering. Then with the double mission and the big picture thinking, a visionary, and you learning how to make sure that you give yourself enough of what you need in the here and the now. Not the past and not the future, in the here and the now. That's why you learned how to be that hangman, which is to sit in that whatever thought process you got to have to find a new perspective to know exactly what you got to sacrifice, and not just for you. Let's move on. So, Divine Holy Spirit, give us some messages of the universe. Give us some messages of the universe. These are very hard to shuffle. These are the really thick ones with the big, thick box set. So, Holy Spirit Divine, give us messages for those of us that have lost parents, guardians, mentors, and those that are feeling like, how can I take on the next steps in life? Just give us a message. Give the collective a message of people that will see this live. Let this be a timeless, helpful message. All right. Yeah, release old doubts. Let me read it here. Release old doubts and fears. You are currently undergoing changes that are necessary for your highest good. They are changes that have been long awaited. Leave the past where it belongs. In the past, trust that everything will fall into place. You fall in place for you in divine timing. So that's that surrendering. That's that letting go. That's that being the here and now. And that's going to free you from a lot of things because freedom is under there. It's going to free you. You're going to have the freedom. What's in the past is the past. You are here to live in the now. Bottom of the deck. No matter, let me put it up there for a second, then let me read it. No matter what happens, no matter how far you seem to be away from where you want to be, never stop believing that you will somehow make it. Have an unrelenting belief that things will work out, that the long road has a purpose. You have the physical energy, drive, and strength. And this came from the other TikTok reading, but it's blending all together. It's just telling an extra message. You got the energy and drive. You got the fighting spirit. You got this seven of wands that came out, which is you can stand your ground. You have a purpose. In fact, you just remembering this double mission. You surrendering when you need to. You know how to do it. You know how to change the pace. You know how to set the tone. You're doing it. It was given to you to do for a reason. If it had not been you doing it for that reason, it wouldn't have worked out. So where the cosmos, the 11th house, where the cosmos grants wishes, luck, friends, and social occasions. So yeah, there are things that are going to be social, but this wish is being granted by the cosmos. This is happening from the, it was already set in motion. Like this was a wish granted. Like the point of the matter is, no matter what, you cannot stop. You got to be unrelenting towards this purpose. The fact that you're doing it, the cosmos is granting that wish. Yours may be less of, the socialness. It may be more of you being on purpose, but you have it. You have it. Divine Holy Spirit, can you give a message to close out the reading for those that have lost parents, loved ones, and mentors, and they felt like they weren't ready? Can you give them a message? Also, the angel number was 442, which is being thankful, doing something, small things to tell people thank you, and have that gratitude. It could be buying somebody a cup of coffee, but just learning how to be a page in the fact of giving out, that love in small doses to those, because it seems like there's going to be people looking up to you. And you got to learn how to keep a good reserve energy for yourself and for the rest of the things that you need to do, and give out in small increments and watch and see what people do. Make sure that they're actually taking it and not just draining you, and don't ever drain yourself. From this moment forward, don't ever drain yourself, because you have a purpose that's great, a dual purpose, a double purpose. You're remembering that, and you remember that there will be many people that need your help, and they don't need you to supply everything. They need a little help. And you got to remember that. So, remembering that. All right, Divine, what's the message? What is the message for those that's going to see this timeless message? For those that have been grieving. I guess it didn't flip up. It felt like it did. I'm going to take that one. Any other messages, Divine Holy Spirit, for the collective? Any other messages for the collective? All right. This is really nice because some of the same ones came out, which was this breathing, but the overall energies is I am capable, strong, and resilient. You are capable to do this. What Divine has set up for you to do, this dual mission, this double mission, you were the one meant to do it. You were the one meant to do it. And you're strong, you're capable, you're resilient. My ears are itching. When I set my mind to do something, I am unstoppable. That's that unrelenting spirit. That's that Mars energy of the fight, the drive, the strength. And this is just continuing to tell the message for those. Unstoppable. I am unstoppable. I'm unrelenting. Like you have it. Just make sure you keep the reserve for you and for you continue to move forward on your purpose. Keep that reserve up where it needs to be and be a page when it comes to giving out the energy and helping others and see what they do with it. Because you will also have to know, have the wisdom, who to cut. Because as you go through life, it's sacrifice. You have to sacrifice things. You have to surrender things. You have to let go of things. You have to continue to have new mindsets. And that comes with letting things go and letting people go, places go. It is surrendering, sacrificing, letting go, and finding a new perspective. In order to do that, in order to be unstoppable, you got to keep your reserves high. Don't give to everybody. And the ones that you are marked to give to, be a page about your giving. Pay attention to what they're saying. Give them enough and see if they do something with it. You cannot save people. They have to find their own shift. They have to grow. You have to be there to give when you're supposed to and give the right amount. Then this is what you're going to do in your times and moments when maybe you don't have anybody there to support you, because you are typically the support. You are the person that has those reserves. You know what and when. This is something that you're going to do. You can do it anytime. You take the long, slow, deep breaths to have the power to calm you down. So when you need to go into that deep thought, when you feel a little bit, your feelings are up and high, take those deep breaths, those moments to figure out what you need to do, right? And that's coming from the other message. I wanted to grab just one more to close it out. Holy Spirit Divine, can you give one last message to fully close out the reading, the YouTube, this timeless message for those that have gone through the grieving process of losing a parent, parents, guardians, mentors, those that have been a great support system to them, and now they take on the torch. What other message can you give to help them on their path on this timeless message? Libra, that's a balance. It's telling you to balance it out. So, yes, you're going to be giving, but you're going to keep your reserves extremely high. Number one, for you, you got a dual mission. Number two, because you want to be able to give and know when to give and who to give to and when to give and how much to give and how much to stay away from those, not stay away from, but give them the opportunity to do the work that they need to do. This energy is diplomatic and gracious. It seeks harmony, balance in relationships. And we also had that Ten of Cups. So that's definitely harmony and balance. You got the harmony within yourself, the full harmony within yourself. Now, for those that might have a partner, that is on the table. Growing closer to divine, that is on the table. You are already fully emotionally fulfilled. That's on the table. You have to, of course, continue to look at grounding yourself and having the, in the earthly realm, this ground. but you still have enough of what you need to make sure that that is okay too. Because in the other reading in TikTok, one thing that came out is there are opportunities that coming for you. Bills are going to be paid in full. All of that stuff is going to be taken care of. You don't really have to be in a worry about that. The main thing you need to worry about is maintaining it and making sure that you save and make sure that you have your reserves emotionally, mentally, all of those things on lock, and being careful about how you distribute out the help that you are charged to give. We had the 11th house that came out, and then the 12th house. This is the 12th, the area of your life that is overwhelming. You yield to a greater cause or power. Yielding yourself over to divine, yielding yourself and realizing that what you are doing, you're the hierophant. It's coming not from just your experiences. It is coming from the divine. You know, it's that transformation energy. This is a power that is greater than you. But at the same time, as you continue to say, you know what, I'm going to surrender to it. I'm going to allow it to be what it's got to be. And I'm going to do my part. Like that power, it's a greater thing for you to do. This is that dual, what you're supposed to be doing. This is that greater cause. It's right there saying, you know what? You got the energy to do it. It's right there. I've given it to you for a reason. So I hope this message is helpful. This is a timeless message, a message for those that are grieving, that have lost those support system in their life, those people that were instrumental in upbringing, in being a parent, just being that true leadership for them. So I hope this is helpful, and that is it.